Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome back. As Fubara is romancing with judiciary, blasting them at the same time and giving them word of encouragement, Wike and his team at the other side also are sending very strong message across to Fubara, especially as it has to do with their intended plan for 2027. Don't forget that there are a lot of court orders that have been given thus far from the Federal High Court, and it seems as though Fubara has not even heard of it, and neither has it been served to him because he's still running the show. In the 2024-2025 legal year, he talked about planning big, for the judiciary in his 2025 budget that is going to give them a lot of allowances and all of that. It's not going well with Wike's team, I tell you the truth. But Fubara also has made his own vows, which we are going to hear. But first of all, let's look at what's going on in Wike's team right now. Now, according to the news, the embattled chairman of the Rivers State chapter of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Tony Okocha, has stated that the political structure of Minister of Federal Capital Territory in Rivers State, Wike, is indestructible. He also suggested that the current governor of Rivers State, similarly Fubara, is creating problems for himself. Okocha disclosed that plans are already underway to undermine Fubara ahead of the 2027 governorship election in Rivers State. It has been reported that the ongoing feud between Wike and Fubara has persisted despite intervention efforts from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and other key political figures. While Wike claims he has shown willingness to resolve the conflict peacefully, he insisted that Fubara must follow the rule of law. Speaking to journalists in Abuja, Okocha said Wike made it possible for Fubara to emerge as governor. Fubara was never a politician. Fubara is creating problem for himself. It is our business to demarcate him and his party for us to win in 2027. I can say to you that for the next 10 years, I do not see any politician destroying the political structure Wike has created in Rivers State. I am not God, but I am talking about what is possible within human possibilities. Wike structures cannot be destroyed. It is not possible, not so soon. Let's leave it. But then Fubara also has given his viewpoint about judiciary, and this is what he has to say. Fubara says that he will defend the state with his last breath. That's defend justice with his last breath. It has been reported that Fubara spoke in Port Harcourt, the real estate capital, on Thursday at the 2024-2025 legal year service held at the Anglican Communion. Fubara said there is a need to build strong institutions to curb the influence of politicians and individuals on the state. According to him, if the institution is destroyed, it would affect development in the state and country. In his word, he said, what we are praying for in this country is institutional strength and not individual strength. Institutional strength is the only thing that will bring development to this country. If I'm a businessman, I am coming into Nigeria to invest. Why will I invest when what I am seeing today is that institutions are weak and individuals are stronger than institutions? This state belongs to all of us. It is not about Fubara today. If this institutions is destroyed when another person comes in tomorrow, it is the same thing that will happen. We need to stand and defend it, and you are the right people to do it. I am here today to assure you that even if I have my last breath, I will defend the cause of justice in this state. Even if I have my last breath, I will defend the cause of justice in this state. My colleague is in the house, and this is quite interesting considering the fact that Wike's team are already planning something big. He talked about the issue of demarketing, of Fubara's government. How possible can that be? You know that Fubara still have a period of time. Do you think that the strategy has already been rolled out, considering the fact that there is no iota of peace in Rivers State and that is distorting development? Or do you think that there's something new under the sleeve of Wike's camp that they are intending to unleash upon the people of Rivers State?
There is nothing new again under the sun. Fubara learned from a veteran, And I can tell you he learned very fast. He understood the dynamics. In fact, he understood their assignment from the beginning. If you watch, Fubara seems to be playing the calm man's role, simply because if he decides to join issues with them, he's going to be the one at the losing end, because it's actually his government. It will be recorded for him in his government. Some persons have been shouting on social media that during the time of Wike, they have been hearing Mr. Project here and there. But during the time of Fubara, all we are hearing is a court case here, court case there. That's exactly the assignment. Let there be issues here and there. But Fubara has been so laid back, such that it's not really entering for them the way they wanted it. If you watch, Fubara is still busy doing a lot of giant strides for someone who has been, encumbered here and there with so many issues. But he's not joining issues with them. He's good doing roads here and there, building bridges, constructing hospitals, even bringing just some few hours ago, he actually welcomed Owando, promising to give them all the maximum security and support they need in his state. And he's literally also looking at it. The 2025 budget is looking at employment. He's looking at, increasing industrialization in Rivers State, and also empowering the youth so that they can be employed, so that they will have a much less restivity around there, so that there will be peace in the land and the people will also enjoy. So yes, Fubara is getting it big, but all they're looking for is a way of distracting Fubara, and Fubara understands this, and hence that's why he's actually not joining issues with them. And that's why you're also seeing him also telling the judiciary, can you just brazen up? You're like the God we see here on earth. Can you just act like God for once and let justice prevail and stop, trying to, run around paymasters? Because the truth of the matter is, we also need some level of true justice for and equity for democracy to thrive. And it's beckoning on the Rivers judiciary to rise up to the occasion and make Rivers a peaceful place for all things to thrive. I don't know what the likes of Tony Okocha is saying, but if this is all they are rolling out, then he has no case. And I really would want to appreciate the person of Ugochi Kenga, always interpreting the law. Don't forget that Fubara is not really a lawyer, even though he's surrounded by legal luminaries. So to speak, he keeps telling him, look, you're on the right side, don't fret, you still have, in fact, your immunity, use it, enjoy it. You have a lot of immunity, they can't do you far. So just enjoy it. And if Fubara continues giving a dividend of democracy, except for rigging, I don't see anybody removing Fubara come to 27. And if the people of Rivers make up their mind, because it's Nigerians really, if they make up their mind that they will defend their vote, I'm telling the truth. What happened with the Peter Obi was just a test drive. Nigerians didn't know. But this time, Nigerians are really aware of what they're up against. So you may be surprised that what they saw in 2023 may not be exactly what they will see in 2027, especially if Nigerians are hell-bent on bringing or delivering their own candidate.
No, and the last question, do you think that Fubara has a structure? Because if you look down to the local government, you'll notice that it is his people, loyalists, that are in that realm, considering the fact that a lot of them know that ordinarily, that if without Fubara, they would never, because most of them are from the camps of the enemies of Wike. Do you think that there are possible structures of Wike, of Fubara?
Well, I've learned from someone who have tasted it firsthand, which is Rotimi Amechi. He said, River State is a citadel of betrayal. So if it has been a norm and a gene thing in River State, I don't see anything different. Anything can happen. Okay. 2027, they have autonomy now. So the autonomous power can come in and they can decide not to deliver Fubara. But, they have seen greed come into play. When you begin to touch some level of money you have never seen in your life, free course on him, that you begin to wonder who is even Fubara self. So it's not everybody that have that character to control wealth and power, especially when you did not see it coming. I won't say Fubara have a structure per se, but I think Fubara is looking at the conscience of the people, where he will allow them to choose this day whom they will follow.
But then, can you also talk about the issue of Wike, them betraying Fubara, and Wike's person comes on board? Do you think that they will still go as chairman when that time comes?
I think just a case of mutual enemy here.
Yes.
They all, it's not like they love Fubara so much,
of course,
but they just want to break
just
want to break the wings of Wike. If you watch, by default, this general saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yes.
So if for whatever reason Fubara is an enemy to Wike and some of them are already enemies to Wike, they will just literally give their normal support to Fubara, not because Fubara is the best or is their friend, but anything to just dismantle Wike's strength in Rivers State. So I see that coming anyway.
All right, that's where we'd like to leave it. Let's meet in our conversation.